Everybody, Griffin here, coming back with another quick informative video for you all. Not necessarily too informative, but I guess it is, since I'm letting you all know my trading strategies and how it's working out for me so far. First and foremost, if you're just new to me and you're just looking at getting in the stock market, or just looking to overall just like change your life, get out of debt, just overall just self-improvement is what this channel is all about. So if you're just looking at stuff like that, as well as the financial side, of course, definitely consider subscribing below. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at least will be update days for sure, just to let you guys know where I'm at for the week. And like I said, I really think that with Robinhood, it might include when you get free stocks, when it shows your overall performance. I've received now, I think, 3 free stocks. Let me get it pulled up here. So I've gotten 4 free stocks this week, or 3 this week, 4 overall, but I'll just say for this week I got 3 because that's what I got. And I'm wondering if that is factored into that. I'm still looking into that. I'm going to look into that hard tonight, so I'll let you guys know either tomorrow or in the live stream Friday if I don't do one tomorrow. But I'm going to look into that. If any of you all know anything about that, let me know in the chat. I accidentally forgot to do my little chat deal. Let me pop it out here real quick. Do this, and get it pulled up here. Sorry, I usually have this stuff all organized already. But anyway, so just right to it. So for the week overall, I'm starting to think that it doesn't factor that into this, but who knows? Like I said, I will let you guys know for sure what I figure out. But for the week, I'm not doing too hot, in all honesty, mostly due to Acre, but I'll get into other stuff that I did today. I didn't have a whole bunch of trades. I stuck to my plan today, and I'm actually kind of proud of myself because I minimized my losses, and the future looks bright essentially for my account. But due to everything that I did throughout the week from Monday through today, I'm just actually not doing too bad. I'm at 0.12% loss, which is pretty much 34 cent loss. So I mean, I'm not doing horrible. I thought I was doing a lot worse, in all honesty, but like I said, I don't know for a fact if that factors in the free stocks. So I'm gonna look into that for sure. But I'm really starting to think that it doesn't, because as I go through my history and do the math on my loss versus profits, most of my loss, I would say close to 90-95% of my loss is through Acre, because I have 165 shares of Acre, which is the most that I've had of any stock to this day. I have 100 shares of BPMX, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But I'll go ahead and get Acre pulled up. I was going to talk about JNUG, but obviously Acre is like my main little baby right now. And obviously I said I bought some at 73, not a whole bunch, like only I think 5 or 15, somewhere on their shares, so nothing huge. And then I bought some more around 70, and then I bought a whole bunch around 66. So right now Acre is currently sitting around, what is it, around 63.7. Or is it might be the 64. Let me get the VWAP taken off here real quick. Wrong one. I always get settings and studies mixed up. Let's get that removed. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's at 63.7 cents, essentially 0.637. So technically I'm in the hole just for today alone on Acre. It says Acre's down over 8%. So I mean, that's literally where all of my loss, and just to put that in perspective, my loss for today is 2% overall, minus 2.4%. That's for today. And Acre was down 8 for today. So I mean, that's showing that other than Acre, my other stocks, my other shares that I'm buying are doing not too bad, if not actually pretty decent for making up that difference. That's what, a 6% difference that I made up. And mostly as for today, that was because I bought BPMX. As you can see, I literally got to write all of my history down on a little notepad today. Whereas in the past, even last night, I took a whole page from my whole history of a sheet of paper. So I started out with actually buying 5 shares of LGCY. So I'll go ahead and head over there. I bought it I thought was a good, not that, LGCY. I thought I got it at a good price. I bought it at 407. Let me go ahead and scan in here. I bought it pretty early in the day. It was around, I waited for it to bounce, and I bought it around 4:07, right about there. Yeah, because it was pretty early in the morning, 9:18 a.m. So yeah, I bought it there around 4:07. I wrote it up, and I was like, okay, it hit 412 if I remember right. At one point, it hit 412, and then it kind of just went bad. It went south, obviously. And I was like, shit. I was like, another one that I'm missing, like I didn't do good on, apparently. But then I waited it out, knew what my plan was. Obviously, my alerts are way up there because I'm thinking it's going to hit. I don't even know what I think it's going to hit. Let me zoom out here. Okay, I set alert at 4:14, then 4:35. Mostly because I seen a resistance at 4:14. And I thought if it broke through the 4:14, then it would hit 4:35. I'm still thinking that I'm still going to hold it. I don't know why I said 4:35, actually. I think I meant 4:30 or this 4:25-ish. So I'll go ahead and change that real quick. I think 4:24 will do. So I'll create an alert at or above. Let's just do 4:24 to be safe. Cover profits. So I do think it will get up to this 4:24. If you guys want me to go into just like the why, I'll just go ahead and show you guys the VWAP. Now the VWAP might have changed since then, but the VWAP on this was showing that it could for sure get back up there. Let's go ahead and check it out. So as you can see here, the VWAP is, like I said, it has to break through this like 412. It was 414 whenever I was looking this morning. That's why I hit 414 as my mark earlier in the morning. And because I did this at like 7 in the morning. But anyways, now it's roughly around like 410, 412, somewhere around there. So once it breaks through 412, I think it'll definitely, because as you can see here, there's like another one roughly around 422. I might want to reevaluate my mark again. I don't know. I think I'm gonna, since it's not a huge, I only have 5 shares of it. It's not the end of the world. If it gets I'll just watch it for sure, because I'll be notified when it hits 414. Then I'll really start keeping an eye on it. And honestly, if it hits 420, I'll probably go ahead and just dump it. I got it for 407 anyway, so 13-cent profit. What would that be? That would be okay. So 13-cent profit divided by an initial investment of 407 per share. That's a 3% profit, so I can live with that at the end of the day. Obviously only 5 shares. That's gonna be what, about 65-70 cent profit. Not huge profits, but profits are better than minus at the end of the negative. I don't know why I said minus, negative at the end of the day. Just keep on building that account day by day, and obviously that's not my only investment. So like I said, 5 shares is at 407. I'm holding out till 420 at least, and if it keeps going, then awesome. If not, who cares? Like I said, 3 to 4% profit. I can live with that. 3.2 to be exact. So let's go ahead and look at BPMX. BPMX is one that I was pretty excited about coming into the day, because if you look at just overall, let's say last 10 days, it's obviously been just skyrocketing up. 10 days ago, it was at 15 cents. So imagine if you got it in 10 days ago, or even let's just say about a week ago, when it was roughly around 17, 18 cents, and just rode this puppy all the way up. You are talking huge profit, guys. But to be honest, I kind of slacked on it. I got in, let's see, this is 28th. I got in around here, around the 27-cent mark. Kind of rode it up, and then went down, rode it up, and then I sold it off. Or I didn't sell it off here because that's the second. I sold it off the 5th, if I remember right. Sold it off for around 29 cents. Thought I was doing good. Had some good profits, covering profits. Should have just rode it up, but as most of you know, I'm more of a day trader, swing trader. Obviously, if I wanted to swing this, it would have just been another 2 days, but I just don't really trust penny stocks at the end of the day. I don't know why exactly I wanted to dump it so quick, especially when looking at just how it overall does. But I'm still learning, obviously. But so yeah, I went ahead and bought in. I bought 60 shares at just under 36 cents. I bought 25 more shares at 31 cents, and then obviously I had previous shares, which equals up to 100 shares. So that was only another 15 shares, I think, at around 33, if I remember right. And obviously BPMX right now, if I wanted to, I could have sold it off at one point, all of them off for roughly 35 something, if I remember right. Yeah, just at 35.3 I could have sold off. And obviously I would have took a slight loss on 60 shares, and then my other 25, however, would have made a 4-cent plus profit, because I bought that at 0.3151 was the 25 shares. So literally I would have got about a 4 cent profit. So 4 cents, let's see, 4 cents divided by 0.3151. That's literally a 12.7% profit, guys. So I mean, if I would have just held off and waited until a huge dip when I did get it at 31.51 instead of jumping the gun at 35.99 when I got my 60, if I would have bought them all at 31.51, I probably would have just went ahead and dumped it off here around the 35 mark. Because I mean, that would have been literally, like I said, 12% profit and if I would have made 4 cents off of the 100 shares, or let's just say 85, because I don't know the exact number on the other 15. Off of the 85, that's literally a 3.4. That's $3.40 profit off of what was originally like a $30 investment, something like that. So I mean, or it was a little more, but whatever. At the end of the day, 12% profit. That's huge profit. Double digits is amazing profit, guys. And that literally, I mean, even though it's not doing the best right now, it's still outperforming Acre for sure. It's at 33.95 still. So the ones I bought at 31.51 are still in the profit by a good amount, like 6%. So that's where, like I said, it's really going up against Acre. Acre is the only thing that's bringing down my account, and we'll go ahead and check it out because I'm holding on to it still just because, I mean, there's still so much hype around it for some reason. Acre and BPMX, when you get just on all the chats, Acre and BPMX are like the talk of penny stocks, it seems, lately. Just, it seems like as one goes up, the other goes down, as the other one goes down, the other one goes up. I don't know. I'm holding out until it at least gets to probably 72 cents, 70 to 72 cents, and then I'll probably go ahead and just sell it off and get it out of my hair, just because it's really starting to kind of piss me off, in all honesty. I know you shouldn't let your feelings control your investments at the end of the day, but and then what gives me some hope is that, obviously, like I said, we've seen a dip like this. However, this dip was only like 3 days, but then we also saw a dip for like, how many days was this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this wasn't really a dip, but I'll count it just because it didn't really do much. 4, 5, 6, and then finally after 6 days it started going up. As you can see, we won't count that one because it didn't really do much, but that was the start. So if you want to, you can count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to go by the trend, then of the last, how many days is this? 20 days. Then we should be getting ready to see it start swinging back up to possibly this high of 88 plus. A lot of people are still saying $1 plus, but like I said, if it can somehow jump back up to like 70, 72 cents, then I'll more than likely sell it off, in all honesty. Now if it's just straight up just busting through every resistance, then I'll go ahead and hold it for the ride. But as soon as I see it start to kind of dip, say if it gets up to 80 and then it starts dipping to 79, as soon as it hits 79, actually if it hits 80, I'll set a stop loss of 79, and once it hits 79, sell off. That's just an example. I'm not saying it's going to hit 80 or anything, but you get what I'm saying. If it starts taking off, I'm going to set a stop loss pretty much every couple pennies it goes up, and once it dips below, I'll cover my profits and then finally cash in on Acre. So I will definitely keep you guys posted on that for sure. But let me go ahead and see if there's anything in the chat. Nothing currently. Let's see if we have anybody watching. Still got one watching. We're already on 15 minutes. I need to get right to my other stocks. But like I said, BPMX, I'm holding on to. What do I think BPMX will get at exactly? I think my target that I set for myself to sell off was 40 cents. I have it written down somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. It's funny, I use my work notepad for this stuff anymore. I must have ripped it out of my book, but I'm pretty sure that I set my limit, like what I want to sell it off at, as around 39 or 40 cents, or I said it right here, 40 cents. So I think it will hit 40 cents. I'm definitely on the BPMX train for sure. So if I can sell it off at 40 cents, let's just say I make an average 6 cents a share, because that's on average would be, I'd make about 4 to 5 cents off the 60 shares, and then roughly 9 cents off of the 25. So let's just say 6 cents of profit on average per share. Multiply that by, and then obviously the other ones, like I said, were around 33 cents. So times 100, that would be a $6 profit off of, let's see, how much did I pay for all those? Let's just say I'm just going to overshoot it and say $50, even though I know I spent less than 50 on it. That's still a 12% profit, guys. So, I mean, that is still a huge profit, and that is more of a swing trade, obviously. It's not a day trade because I'm holding it longer than a day, but definitely worth it at the end of the day to me if it can hit 40 cents. Even if it's 39, if it hits 39, starts to dip down to 38, I'll probably go ahead and sell it off at 38 because that's still probably around an 8 to 9% profit, guys. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just setting that target for yourself. It would be easy for me to get discouraged and be like, shoot, it's dipped down to like 33, 34. I better just sell off. And I'm not going to lie, that ran through my head when it dipped below 35. I thought about just go ahead, cutting the losses on the shares that were 35.99 cents, or aka 30.3599, because after splitting the difference on the profit, I was still in the profit with the shares that I also bought for 33. But I was like, no, you know what? I just trust myself. I trust my abilities on reading these charts by now. I'm gonna wait until it gets at least up near 40 cents, and then once it hits 38 to 40 cents, then I'll go ahead and sell off, cover my profits, and go on to the next one. Or even still, also keep an eye on BPMX, because say it goes and surpasses 40, I'll look for it to dip, buying the dip, and then keep on riding that puppy up. Same thing with Acre. If Acre starts going up, I'll ride it, sell off, wait for it to dip again, buy, and just keep on riding it. I mean, that's just, there's no sense in going through hundreds of thousands of stocks. I mean, just stick with what works, and then once it finally tanks, and I mean, by all means, ditch it and then go on to something else. There's so many stocks out there. But then I also went ahead and experienced a little bit with OBE. This one I did sell for like a stupid small profit, guys. Like, I think I sold it off for 94 cents a share. Let me get my Robinhood pulled up. By the way, Robinhood Web is like officially launching. So if you haven't already went to like Robinhood.com on like your laptop or just your internet browser on your phone, go over there and like input your email, so you're like in a waiting list essentially, and they're pretty much like starting to really like shoot it out to people. I thought that I'd already put my email in because it said you're all set, we'll email you or whatever, but I didn't scroll down and actually ever put my information in. So when you get to that screen, make sure you scroll down and put your email in. Don't be like me and think you did like 2 weeks ago and never did, because I would have probably been in by now. There's people who just put it in like 5 days ago who are already getting accepted in. So definitely head over there and do that for sure, because I heard it's like sick. I haven't seen any like video or anything of it yet, but as soon as I get access to it, you better believe I'm gonna like do like a just overall what I think of it for you guys. But what was I saying? OBE. So OBE, my history on that. I bought it at 366 on 4 shares. So I bought it at 0.916 a share. And then so 366, and I literally made 6 cents, guys. So I mean, I didn't make a whole lot. I sold it off at 0.931. So yeah, I mean, that's not even worth bringing up. I think it was like 1.5% profit, but at the end of the day, it's still green. So I mean, I was just happy to sell it off at green. And what made me mad is it went, as you can see, all the way up to 0.96. So that's another one where if I had stuck to my goal, because I set my goal as 0.99, more than likely it's probably going to hit that tomorrow morning. I would have been able to sell it off tomorrow morning, but I can't lie, I did get a little anxious there just because how the morning went with Acre and everything. Everything was red for me in the morning. So when OBE finally went green, I just went, you know what, I'm going to get some kind of profit today. So at least I made some profit at the end of the day, but trust yourself. Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust your abilities. Don't undermine yourself. If you think, like, look at this chart. Who in their right mind would not think that OBE would go ahead and tap 99 cents at some point just by looking at this chart, right? Now, obviously, it has a support roughly around it. I think it did actually hit like 84 cents or something like that. No, because the low is 85. It hit in the 80s, though, for a slight moment. I think 88 cents, which is probably why the VWAP shows the support at 88. But obviously, it has a lower support, and then boom, it's definitely, I will say, I wouldn't be surprised if OBE hits $1 tomorrow, so I'll probably go ahead and keep an eye on that one. Let me go back, we're at 20 days. Let me go back 10 days. So it hit 104. I don't know, I probably won't invest anymore in OBE, just because it's not my kind of stock. I don't know too much about the company or anything like that, which obviously isn't a huge deal, but OBE, I don't know, it's just something about it that's not really intriguing to me. I'll probably still keep this mark here. So if it hits 99 cents, I might, if it goes over $1, 99 cents, I'll probably keep an eye on it. And if it hits $1, I'll probably invest, because if it can go up to $1.04 or even surpass that high and keep going up. Let's look at the 180 day. So it has hit a high of 144 at one point, hit other ones around 133. So I mean, it has a past history of hitting like 120 plus. So I mean, it's definitely a longer term. If you want, you can use it as a long-term investment if you wish. Obviously, that's not my game at the end of the day. But if it can even go back up to 104 at $1 investment, that's obviously around a 4% profit, right? Am I right on that? I think I am. Pretty sure. I hope so. Yeah. 4%. I keep thinking I'm wrong for some reason. I feel like my math's wrong on that. Let me check here. I'm gonna feel stupid if it's like way off. On a $1 investment equals, okay, so 0.04 divided by $1. Alright, yeah, okay, it is a 4%. Okay, I was just freaking out for some reason. I was thinking my math was way off on that. But yeah, so I mean, so that's still a 4% return. I still feel like I'm wrong. I feel like I'm doing my math wrong now. I'm like I said, trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, then you're not gonna make money. But yeah, 4% profit either way if it just hits $1.04. So I mean, yeah, if it hits $1, I'll probably invest in it again tomorrow. But my main ones that I'm looking out for tomorrow now, because that's pretty much all I did. I bought OBE, LGCY, BPMX, still holding on to Acre. That's it for the day. Like I said, not too much activity today. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. After hours looks to not be doing too bad for me, because I've actually made about $2 back. I'm up actually $1.07 and after hours, so that's not too bad. Must be Acre pulling up finally. It's back up to 64 cents. It got down to 62, I think, so, or 63. So, anyways, so one that I'm looking out for tomorrow, Gush. I love Gush just because I love this pattern that's on. Obviously, if you look at the 180 days, it's kind of, it's been kind of, what I love about Gush, I was going to say it's trending now, but I think I'm thinking of JNUG, which we'll get into in a second. What I love is as you can see here, it had a sell-off. It kind of did this little spike action for a little, and then it went up, had a huge sell-off. It seems to be doing the spike action again, and it's about the same amount. I don't know why I'm calling it the spike. If there's an actual name for it, let me know in the chat or comments whenever you see this video. But as you can see, it's about the same number right now, so I'm kind of hoping it to kind of do this number. Do I think it'll go up to 37? Probably not. But could it probably hit this resistance here roughly around $29? You bet. Now, am I willing to wait that long? Probably not, because look how long it is. I mean, we're talking. So this is from October through mid-November. So you're talking a whole month investment. Obviously, I'm not that kind of investor, but let's zoom in here. Just the last 5 days. Obviously, I have a lot of marks going on here. Let me go ahead and take the VWAP off and clean this up. I hit the wrong one again. VWAP. Get out the way. Apply. Okay, so as you can see, it has hit 24.55. I don't see it really hitting that, but I do see it hitting 22.80, which is why I set a mark there. Let me zoom in on what I'm actually looking at for like the last day. So 22.80 is what I see as like the new resistance, because as you can see, it went slightly above it, went down, hit it, went down, hit it again, went down, and then I saw another resistance here, and I think the VWAP pulled this one up around 22.15 as well. And as you can see, it's approaching it. So, and I think it's already broke through this resistance around 21.84. It's at 21.93. So if it hits 22.15, I'll look at it, and if it hits, say, 22.17, what I mean by look at it, when I'm saying I'll look at it, what I'm meaning is like I'm literally looking at it. Like I'm pretty much keeping my eyes glued to that stock every second that I can. Like I said, luckily I have a job where I can do that a lot of times, but if it hits like 22.17, I'll probably go ahead and jump right in, because that would then be a, if I sell it off at 22.80, that would be a, 63-cent return. So 63 cent return off of a 22.17. God damn it, I messed up. 63 cents divided by your initial investment of 22.17 is still 4.5% profit, guys. So that's why I'm looking into Gush, here in the next few days. And then I set another one here around 21.45 because I see a support. That's the new support there, roughly around 21.45. And there might be a support building right in here. Either this might be the next support, since obviously it's broken above this little resistance it had throughout the day. So this was the support, and now that it's broken through that resistance, obviously that might be the next support. So I don't know why I set it at 21.45 exactly. I might be thinking that after hours it might dip. I'm just keeping an eye on it overnight, and I mean, if it dips below this new support around 21.80-ish, I don't see it doing that because it's actually gone up in after hours a little bit, looks like. Actually, I don't know for sure. Either way, point being, I don't see it going under that 21.83, so I'm going to go ahead and hit another mark. If you all don't know how to do a mark, you just right click, do create alert, and I'll just say, yeah, 21.82 is okay. We'll create an alert there. I think I did above on accident, so let me go ahead and remake that. 21.82, create an alert. Yeah, I did add or above. I don't want to do that. I want to do add or below. Okay. Okay, so now if it hits 21.82, I'll go ahead and invest, and then if it does, if I am able to get in around 21.82 or 21.83, I'll probably wait for it to bounce at 21.82, so then I'll probably get in around 21.85, somewhere on there. That if I sold it off at 22.15, that's still a 30-cent profit, right? 30 cents then, which this isn't that big of a profit, but divided by 21.85, that'd be just a 1.3% profit, so that wouldn't be as good. So I'm really hoping that it'll go ahead and bust through this 22.15 in all honesty, and then I'll wait for it to hit 22.80. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. If you guys disagree with me, definitely let me know. But as you can see, it can definitely maybe even reach higher than that. But that's more of longer term. Obviously, this is like 1 day, 2 day. So I might consider holding this through Thursday if I do get in at 22.15. I might consider holding this through Thursday and into Friday and see how it does after hours Thursday into Friday. And then I'll probably try to go ahead and sell off here roughly around, let me see, I would probably settle around 23.32 because that'd be a nice profit, guys. Getting at 22, I mean, you're talking $1.15 plus profit at that point. So you're talking some really nice profit at that point. It's probably what, roughly 8% somewhere on there. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. But it's at least at 8% somewhere in their profit. So definitely be looking out for it. Another thing to be careful with, though, is obviously it's gone up and then gone back down, so it could continue to go down. That's why I set a mark also at 21.45. I'm looking for it to see if it'll go down, but since it's already starting to take this upward turn, if it passes through that, let me go ahead and zoom back in. If it goes ahead and passes through the 22.15, I don't see it going down. So that's just my insight on Gush. Let's see if there's anybody in the chat. Nope, no chat. See if anyone's watching still. Still got one watching. Wow, we're going on 30 minutes again. I'm trying to make these shorter, but it's just hard to like not just really get into just the whole analysis of everything. Another one that I'm looking out for, I believe, was what, JNUG, I think. I'm pretty sure it was JNUG because I brought that one up earlier. JNUG. And yes, okay, it is JNUG. So as you can see, JNUG has really been up and down lately. And obviously there's this support here roughly around 13.15. That's why I set a mark there. It's at 13.17 right now. And if it hits below 13.15, I'm going to go ahead and just write it out, see how low it'll go. Obviously it hit a low of 12.08 roughly, what, on the first, around 10, it might be before market hours actually, but around just beginning of March. And as you can see, it went back up, and this is one whole day. I think this is into the weekend, actually. No, this is one day. So as you can see, it went all the way up to then roughly 13.84. So I mean, you would have gained a $1.84 profit per share if you got in there. But what am I at? 20 day? Yeah, okay. Let's go 5 day now. So as you can see, the 5 day, there's a support now roughly around 13.15. So that's exactly why, like I said, I'm going to see if it dips or if it bounces. I'm going to wait for it to bounce. If it hits 3.15, I'm going to wait for it to bounce to roughly where it is now, 13.19. And then I'll probably go ahead and invest. And I'm looking for it to hit 13.99 because I think there's a resistance roughly around there. There might be a little resistance here at 1340, but I mean, it's not much of one to even bring up. The only reason why I call this resistance is because, look, as it's going up here, I'll go ahead and zoom in right here for you all. As it was going up, it kind of leveled out here for just a little bit, for just a few hours overnight, around between, around 6:45 through about 8:45. It kind of just leveled out for a little. It was still slightly going up, but it was having a hard time. Then finally it busted through. That's why I'm saying, as you can see, there was this was a support then, and then obviously it kept dropping. So I'm calling out a slight little resistance around the $14 mark. So if I can get an 80-cent return essentially off of, I should have wrote these down, but if I can get an 80-cent return, because like I said, I'd wait till around that $13.19 where it is now, sell it off around $13.99, so 80-cent profit divided by your initial investment of $13.19. That is a 6% profit, guys, and for just a $13.19 investment, that's not too bad. Obviously, I'm going to probably, tomorrow I should have, I don't remember the exact number, but I think it's around like $140 to invest. Like I keep saying, I keep rolling over my money every single day. Obviously, profits. I haven't sold Acre. Once I sell Acre, that's going to free up a lot of money. It's like, for the profit that I'm thinking, that's going to free up $145. So, like I said, my account is now at 282 to be exact, if I remember right, or 281. So it's 282.19. So now it's gone up a whole nother $1 in aftermarket hours, so doing better in after hours at least. But point being, I don't know which ones to be exact, obviously, that I am going to invest in. It's just Gush, JNUG, obviously BPMX is still on my radar. I probably won't invest anymore in Acre. I'm just kind of, like I said, just letting Acre do its thing, work its way out, and then I'll write it up, sell it off, and then I might consider investing at some point. And then I thought there was one more. I don't want to leave you guys off and not. Okay, TVIX. I knew there was one that I was missing. TVIX, obviously I've hit on TVIX multiple times. I had a trend line here going up that miserably failed, and I ended up riding it down for a while and then sold it back off for a small profit, if you guys remember that. But TVIX, I'm calling out TVIX. Why? Because I think that this 814 is obviously the support now. It's like hit it twice, or roughly twice, and now we're in after hours, of course. But so I'm looking for it to, why did I say 859? I think what I intentionally want is for it to hit the 814 and kind of do what it did, bounce, and then I was going to invest around 820, somewhere around there, 819, 820, let's just say 820 for simple numbers. And then I kind of identified a resistance. I don't know why I said 859. It's more like 853, or I might have did that because of this one here. I don't know. I don't know what my thought process was for that one. I think that's what I'm trying at the minimum to get out of it. But I do believe if it does break through 853 to 859, then it can definitely go back. I don't think it'll really go back up to 961. Now, could it? Of course, I did not see this coming overnight last night, or I would have invested in to TVIX last night, yesterday, before after hours, of course, because as you can see, if we scroll over here, it took a pretty similar approach. It was going up, it came down right before the end of the market hours, and then it spiked up overnight. Pretty much same thing kind of happened here. It started going up, gaining a little steam, had a little rough time here. This is kind of what they would call a bear fly or something like that, because as you can see, it went down, tried to go back up, and then obviously went down. But it went down obviously a lot right before the end of the day, and that's why I set my eye on it, because I was like, wow, TVIX is down a lot today. I remember seeing it around like 961 early. Yeah, this was real early in the morning. So yeah, I'm just definitely keeping an eye on TVIX. I'm looking forward to, I don't think it's going to keep going up like this overnight. Could it? Yeah, look at that. I don't know what caused that. I was pretty damn shocked when I seen that. Yeah, because I was middle of the evening last night. I was like, holy shit, what is going on with TVIX? But I don't look for it to do that again tonight. I look for it to there might be a slight resistance here building up around 830. So I look for it to kind of reject there and kind of just hang out overnight is what I'm predicting. Now, obviously, I'm no expert or anything like that. But look, the RSI is pretty high on this, roughly around like 60 to 50. So, I mean, it's not too high, but I mean, it's pretty high. So I don't look for it to really go up too much overnight tonight. But I'm looking for it to bounce at 814 at some point, and then at that point, once it would hit around 819, 820, I'll go ahead and jump in, look to sell it off for at least 859, maybe even more. Let's just say I do sell it off at 859. That would be roughly, let's just say, 40-cent profit. So a 40-cent profit off of an initial 820 would be almost 5% profit, guys. So, I mean, like I said, it's not about getting the huge slam dunks, 10, 20, 30, 100% or anything like that. It's just slowly compounding your account with compounding interest day by day by day. If you can average 4, 5% a day, say you're starting out with $1,000, you'll start out for day one, 5%, that's $50. So you just turned $1,000 into $1,050. So then from there, you do another 5%. Your 1,050 just turned into what, like 1,000, I don't know, 1,052.50. And that's obviously if you're only doing like 5. I mean, you get what I'm saying. Just the power of compounding interest. I think I'm actually wrong on that. That'd be, you'd then have 1,102 because it'd be 52. But anyways, I want to get into the math of compounding interest. Point being, if you just keep compounding that account 3 to 5%, and 3 to 5% isn't like huge average. I mean, most people average between, like most successful day traders, swing traders average between like 4 to 8% daily. So I mean, if you can just get like the bare minimum average of around 3 to 4%, 5% daily, you just start seeing that compound day by day. Don't get into, I mean, I'm still learning to get my feelings out of all my investments. It just takes time when you're brand new. I will say first and foremost, it's like super hard to just keep your feelings out, stay true to what you see in the charts, and just don't cave in, don't stay off stock twits, stay off stuff like that. I mean, stock twits and stuff can be good for like when you're trying to scan for possible stocks to invest in the next day. But as for day of, stay away from stock twits and all that. Or one, you'll sell off too early. Or B, you'll invest at a horrible time and write it down. So stay away from like a bunch of chats and stuff. The only one I really recommend is obviously Tech Buds. I'm not like affiliated with them whatsoever, but they're definitely a good group of people. They're looking they want to succeed just as much as you. And they're not like trying to like scam you into some BS penny stock that's just being manipulated by 1 or 2 people. So that's pretty much my 2 tips. Stay away from like stock twits. I'm not saying stock twits is bad. Like I said, I get on stock twits. I use it for like to look up. That's where I found a bunch of these like Tex, GSAT, Acre. I think I found Acre on there actually. DRYS, another one. But as for day of, just stay away from those chat boards and all that stuff because you'll get your feelings like, oh man, oh man, oh man. Just stay true to yourself. I highly suggest like setting these marks for yourself and finding that happy percentage of what you're looking for. And if you can't find that within a stock, then go ahead and ditch it. Like I said, there's thousands of stocks you can look at. So just do your homework, do your due diligence, invest in what you believe in. Like I said, none of these stocks, I'm like telling you guys, yes, go buy these, go believe in these. Hell, a lot of people eventually, as this channel grows, will probably see this exact video and say, you're an idiot, you totally interpreted that chart wrong. And by that time, I'll probably be like, yeah, you're right. But point being, it's all about learning. It's all about just going with what you believe in your gut and your mind and by what you see in the chart at the end of the day. If you just stay true to that, like me, I could invest say around 1830, but no, if it's like above 1830, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna wait for it to dip again, wait for it to bounce off 814, and then I'll invest. And if it dips below 814, then I'll go ahead and re-identify a new support and then look for it to bounce off that and go. I'm not gonna like rush my investments anymore. Like there's no point at the end of the day. So that's pretty much it for this video, everyone. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it and took a little bit of value from it. If you did, definitely make sure to smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. And if this is your first video watching me and you did like the video, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button below. But like I said, everyone, just stay true to yourself, invest in what you believe in, invest in what you see value in. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there and making those profits.